Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we like to begin this lesson by giving all glory, all honor, and all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachah Kodash. I like to give double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who surely do rule well. To the men standing by the highways and byways pushing this doctrine, we like to say Shalom.
Shalom.
And even unto the sincere Akwat, the sisters who sit listening to these lessons in silence, subjection, and obedience unto their husbands, we like to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, a couple of brothers here gathered today from the hills of Yahushai Camp, brother
Hananiah.
and brother Maya Shahara. And the topic for today's video, every little thing is gonna be alright. Sure you know the famous song from Bob Marley, right? Now, the way I wanted to do this video, I draw inspiration here from Psalms 117. This video, we set it to be a short one on purpose, right? Because not every single time we're going to do our video, it had to be this long drawn out, half an hour to hour rambling on and thing. We know Jake minding all too onto that all the time, right? So we draw inspiration from this chapter here, being that it's only 2 verses, but what even though it's 2 verses, it's still a offering accepted by the Lord, right? Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. That don't mean you have to make a chapter and chapter being video. There's 100,000 words and all these things and million verses, right? You could do a lot with little, as the 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 3 says, right? 1 Corinthians, Salakia. No. Simplicity. 2 Corinthians 11:3. Oh, right, it's really that. Salakia. Right? But I fear lest by any means as a serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Mashiach. And this is really a simple doctrine that we have. It's nothing too complicated to understand or to even bring out, right? So actually 2 from verse 7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words, be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. So what? You could get out a lot of information in a short space of time or even with little words, right? So just as Psalms 117 puts it, from verse 1, O praise Yahweh, all ye nations, praise him, all ye people. For his merciful kindness is great towards us, and the truth of Yahweh endureth forever. Praise ye Yahweh. And simple, cut and dry, straight to the point. Praise Yahweh. And I even find this after reading it, this even adds to the point of the video. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Verse 2, for his merciful kindness is great toward us. And through that, we know everything is gonna be alright. Jeremiah 15 and verse 11, if you could read it, brother.
Chapter 15 and verse 11. The Lord Abashem Yeshai said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and the time of affliction.
Right, what we know it shall be well with thy remnant. What? Because of the mercies that endure it forever from the Lord. And we know these mercies that not only extended to the remnant, but ultimately to the whole house of Israel. Isaiah 45 and 17.
Isaiah 45 and verse 17.
Yep.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yeshai with an everlasting salvation.
Speaking about the whole house of Israel, right? So even if you are wicked two-third or unruly rebel, you're still going to be saved, right?
He shall not be ashamed nor confounded.
World without end, right? So what? Everything gonna be all right with the nation of Israel when everything is said and done. When it does clear, the smoke settle, and we cut and dry, everything gonna be okay. Psalms 126 make mention of it being what? Like we were like them that dreamed, right? So what, it's gonna be all like a bad dream in the end, one you would rather like to forget, and you're gonna forget it. It's Psalms 116, and reading from verse 10, right? I believe, therefore have I spoken. And we do believe everything is gonna be all right in the end. I was greatly afflicted. I said in mine haste, all men are liars. What shall I render unto Yahweh for all his benefits toward me? And the nation of Israel do benefit from what the Lord has done with his hand. Speaking about such as have received benefits in their life and have not known me, right? I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of Yahweh. And what ultimately we know the elect shall praise the holy name of Yahweh, right? And precept, if you could, we could pull the Psalms 126, and then we could pull the last precept and we close with that, right? Could read from verse 1.
It Psalms 126 and 1, when the Lord Yahbashim, it's like a song of degrees.
Right.
When the Lord Yahbashim shall turn again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dreamed. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord Yahbashim had done great things for them. The Lord Yahbashim had done great things for us.
The Israelites.
Whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord Yahbashim Yeshai, as the streams in the south. He that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and reapeth, bear precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him.
So ultimately, what again? Every little thing is gonna be all right. We get close here with the Romans. I believe it's 8:28. Yep. Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love power. Speaking of the elect of the nation of Israel, Galatians 6:16, the Israel of Israel. And what through them, right, the whole nation of Israel shall be brought back and be redeemed, right? To them who are called according to his purpose, right? And we were called according to this purpose. We were called to prophesy, right? So even when shit hit the fan and shit looking bleak, and we going into the bleak days, that Revelation 12:12, the devil coming down upon the inhabitants of the earth, therefore warned to us, what? Because he knew that he had but a short time, right? And coming down with great wrath. So even in them days, what? The message is what? Every little thing is gonna be all right. As the words of the big brother Abana, at least he is not Edomite. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, verse 29, for whom he did foreknew, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. What shall we then say to these things? If power be for us, who can be against us?
One piece I have to close it because it's everything, every little thing be alright, and also the next message in the video was what? Not because something seemed in mind me, it also because something in good, how you say, I don't know. Because something, how Israelites is the attention span short.
Mm.
And not because your attention span short, that don't mean you can watch something or do something with a small space or period of time to what
For it to be greatly effective.
for it to be greatly effective toward other spirit, because one of the greatest things that can be done on this earth will not be done in a short period of time. Is
It even make mention he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, right? So it's a quick work the Lord coming to do, right? Just like that Psalms 117 is a Psalms 117 the Lord coming to do.
Okay. This is Revelation 18. I'll start from verse 4. I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For sins have reached unto heaven, and power had remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. The cup which she had filled fell to her double. The reason we fill until she double is because Lord is not a righteous man. Since Cain, if you understand the incarnation, Esau is Cain. Since Cain, he didn't get touched. So it's a payback for all the wickedness Cain do and all the wickedness Esau do, all in one big pot, or one big cup, I should say. Verse 7, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and also will come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shai power who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Salakia, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Jumping down to verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of a burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for power had avenged you on her.
So what? Every little thing is gonna.
And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
So what? Every little thing is gonna be all right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and that you were edified. In closing, we'd like to say, Kal halal yamla Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Kodash. I'd like to give double honors, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who surely do rule well. To the men standing by the highways and byways pushing this doctrine, we'd like to say shalom. Even unto the sincere awkward, the sisters who sit listening these lessons in silence, subjection and obedience unto their husbands, we like to say shalom. And this was a couple of brothers here from the Heroes of Yahushai camp, brother and brother Maya Shala. Until next time, we like to say shalom.